everyone. Welcome back to the podcast where I hope you're ready to have some big fun. I'm your cadet, and with me, as always, is my radical friend, Garrett.
Hi.
Hi. Now, this episode falls on Easter, and unfortunately, this has not been a great year for me. Some preventable events have occurred, and as a result, I am crushed, devastated, defeated, and feel betrayed by the people I love.
Yeah.
This is my first year without a visit from the Easter Bunny.
No. What?
No Easter basket this year, no egg hunts, nothing. Not even a chocolate bunny, nothing. And I'm sorry, I am a firm believer. I think there is no age or age limit for these things. I'm sorry, I'm one of those people. I
No,
feel
I
like
get
the Easter
it.
Bunny shouldn't have an age limit for kids. Like, oh, you're about 25. No, we're good. We're gonna cut the cord with you. No, 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 no. Mother, father, why? Have I not been good this year? Have I not done everything you asked of me? What is it? Why do I not have a chocolate bunny? Why is there no eggs? Where is my basket? Where's the edible grass?
Oh.
So, unfortunately, this year is not looking good for me at all, which means the rest of my year is doomed.
you know, I didn't get one either, so we're both in this boat of despair and betrayal.
I had high hopes for this year, and now I just want to sleep for the rest of the year and hope next year will have a better outcome. But if this is what the rest of my adult life will look like, why bother? What's the point? What is the point?
Is I'm oh my god. I love Easter. Easter was always kind of a nice time. My I think my only thing was that I hated getting dressed up for Easter to take Easter photos. Like I loved the egg hunt and the time I got to spend with my family, but taking photos was like the worst because like my family has no coordination. And everyone would always get mad during the photos because it's like my mom wants 20 photos and everyone's like, "We already took the photo." Put the camera down. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm the
your
same
family
way
kind
now.
of reminds me of that one meme where it's like, just take the picture. Where are we looking?
Okay,
But
have you ever seen Bob's Burgers?
yeah, yeah.
There's an episode where Linda realizes that they're getting taken off the Christmas card list. And she is devastated. So she makes the entire family hike a mile to this lookout, in which they spend all day getting this picture. None of the kids want to be there. Like, it is important when they finally get the right photo. And then the camera falls out the back off the lookout behind these rocks. And she reaches in, grabs it last second, but now she can't get her arm loose and she refuses to let go of the picture.
That sounds like your mom.
Yeah, and so they actually had to pick her up and spin her around to like get her out of this rock and get the photos. And then right at the end, they said, "Look at this nice little photo. Like it's so cute." Gene comes up and looks at the photo. He goes, "My my weenie is out." Basically, she goes, "What?" Like she's already sent all the photos out and everything, and then the episode ends. And that's what it feels like taking photos with my family.
It really does.
It's like you got to take a million photos, but none of them are right. And these guys didn't take the photo correctly, so now we got to do it again. We got to set it up, and oh my god, all the photos got corrupted, so let's do it again, and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh my god, let it be over. And it's like every family member has to take their own photos. So like my grandmother is sitting there, she goes, "Well, let me take my pictures." Oh my god, please.
I will say the only great thing about Easter weekend was my dad took me to see the new Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, now how was that?
Yes. I really enjoyed it. I At the top of my head, I think this movie might have had a few more Easter eggs than the first one because, obviously probably a bigger budget and everything.
Yeah.
But I quite actually enjoyed it. You always kind of get that hesitant, like, oh, like, don't ruin a good thing. But I think obviously they were. I don't know if you saw the first movie.
I didn't.
Um, uh,
Uh-oh. That's another
uh,
movie on the list.
I know. A post credit scene, they kind of build it up for like a sequel, a possible one. So we
Oh,
kind of knew
okay.
it was coming, but obviously you don't know which because the whole Mario and Nintendo universe is so big. You kind of
Yeah.
don't know which direction they're going to go with. But I'm really happy they kind of picked up, sorry, immediately after the first one. So it was
Yeah.
really cute. Um I really like the relationship dynamic they did with Bowser and Bowser Jr., his son. It
Yeah.
was very, very cute to kind of see Bowser in a different light. Because, in the game, you see him as the villain, like he just kind of
Yeah.
destroys and kidnaps Princess Peach. But it was kind of cute and very hysterical to see him being this imperfect father figure.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he loves his son. But it was funny because he's voiced by Jack Black,
Yeah.
amazing actor of our generation.
Yes.
It was interesting because I don't know, it felt like watching a weird comedy of Jack Black playing this father figure with his son. I forgot who voices Bowser Jr., but he's also another great actor. But it was very funny because obviously his voice is kind of more high pitched like a kid.
Oh, yeah.
So in my head, I'm visualizing them as actors acting out the scenes as father and son. So it was very, very funny. I like they kind of did an interesting thing with the relationship between Princess Rosalina and Princess Peach.
Yeah.
Um
Were
so
they I've heard that they were either sisters or it was like her mom.
yeah, so in the game we or not the game, sorry. In the game they don't allude to them being related at all. We get
Yeah.
some lore of the two princesses, but it doesn't lead to them being related. But in the movie, we do find out that they are sisters.
Yeah.
And together they kind of harness the powers of the cosmos, I believe is what it was.
Oh,
So that
wow.
was also another interesting, turn of events. But all in all, I liked it. But honestly, the best part was my dad and I walk out and we're giving our opinions. And he's like, it's not as good as the first one. I'm like, yeah, sometimes that usually happens with movies. Like, no, there was no song in this one. He was very upset there was no song or no rendition of Peaches.
Oh my god.
My dad loved the first movie, and I think most of it was for that song sequence. Like, he sings that to my mom all the time. It is
Oh my
it's
god.
very funny how people think I drag him to those kinds of movies, but he enjoys them. Like, we watch that movie all the time at home.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, my dad actually likes those movies.
I'm not feel like I should be surprised, but like I'm not because that is absolutely your dad.
It is I think when people see him from the outside, he might not look like it, but if you hang out with him, he's a very, very funny, charismatic guy. So it kinda
Yeah.
makes sense, but, like, it's like the first glance, he has a very stone cold resting face like I do. But
Yeah.
when you start to chat with him and, laugh with him, you can kinda see, like, yep, that's his kinda humor. It's real like like, when the trailer came out for the new movie, I don't know if you've even seen the trailer at all?
I've seen part of the trailer.
Okay, did you see the part where it's Mario, Luigi, and they bring Yoshi to the Mushroom Kingdom, and Toad's kind of like, who is this?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I guess any dinosaur can just come and join the group then. My dad was already laughing.
Oh my god.
So that was great. It's also funny too because there was a trailer for a new Minions movie, and
Oh
he just
yeah.
kept laughing throughout the trailer.
My god.
Yeah, there are some kids movies that my parents like, and some they're kind of like absolutely not. Like that's definitely for kids. But there's a lot of movies that they would definitely watch with their adult child.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Um, and since seeing movies and Easter are completely normal things that we experience and are in our control, there are also some totally normal things that we might have never have done that is normal in everyday life. And I don't know if you had some examples of normal things you have never done.
You know, I've done a lot of stuff. Experimented a lot, I think, in my lifetime. So I mean, I feel like there's a lot of totally normal things that I have done, but there's probably a lot of stuff that I haven't done. Like, I've never sold a car. I've never had to sell a car up until like recently. Um, that still hasn't happened yet. I've had. I mean, I don't know if you count that as selling your car, but when I think this was 2020, right after I broke up with Sid, I got in this massive car accident with a semi truck. And the semi truck made me spin out and I totaled my car. And it was the worst thing. And so we just junked it. But they paid us like $1,000 to junk it. So I don't know if
I
that
feel like that's normal, but also not normal. Like you don't really hear that every day, but I'm sure that's happened to a lot of people.
yeah, I would say that selling a car is more normal, but like having to junk one because of an accident is maybe not as normal.
hmm
But if we're going to talk about selling a car normally, I've never had to sell a car normally.
Yeah,
So this
neither
will,
have I. I've had
yeah.
my same car from high school up until now. So
Really?
yeah, I still have Motley. Yeah,
Man, Muttley's still kicking it.
he is a huge pain in my butt because a lot of his parts they don't make anymore, or they're like
Yeah.
rare to find because newsflash, some Ford like models are pieces of junk. I don't know what's going on with Ford recently, but step it up, please, because I spent more money on my car, not by choice, but because I needed a car.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I I get pretty divided reactions with this one. I have never seen The Notebook.
I haven't either. So,
Well, obviously, I know you're not. Yeah, if anyone ever asks Garrett, have you seen this? 99% chance, no. Um, but I remember when I when I was going to school for film, I forgot what topic led us to this. I think we were talking about the greatest like rom-coms or romantic movies of all time. And someone obviously brought The Notebook, and I said, "Oh, well, I wouldn't know." And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I've never seen it." They're like, "You've never seen the greatest like romance movie of all time?" I'm like, "No, I have not."
like, sorry. Like, my bad.
Also, like, I'm very, very picky about romance movies.
Me too.
I love romance movies like 10 Things I Hate About You or like She's All That.
Yeah. See,
So,
the only
yeah.
romance movie that I've really enjoyed has been oh god, what is it called? I literally um it's the one about the guy in the wheelchair. Oh fuck.
The guy in the wheelchair.
Wait, hold on. I will find this, I promise you, and it's like the most simple goddamn title and it's not coming to me.
Are you talking about the one with
And
Stephen Hawking's?
no.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the theory of everything. I'm like, that is kind of a romance, I guess, but it's not a happy one.
No.
Should I just look up wheelchair romance movie? Wheel.
I'm looking it up.
Oh wait,
It's
are you talking
Me Before
about?
You.
Okay, I was close. It's close.
Me Before You. It is my favorite sad romance movie. Like, I think it would. I haven't even seen The Notebook, but I would bet on it that that was worse than The Notebook. Um,
And
that
it's not like a pressure thing. Like, oh, I feel it's just it's never interest me.
yeah, it's just it. I mean, like everybody has seen it. Okay, I get it. It's a sad romance movie, and I'm sure it's great and all, but nothing has made me want to watch it. Like, who, by the way, who would I watch that with? That would be like a movie I would watch with like my partner. And
But
I don't
even
have
then,
one of those.
I feel like it would just kind of be like I don't know. I don't know. I feel like maybe a bit awkward. Like
Yeah. See, I never ask me about what movie I should pick when dating somebody, like on a movie date, because I'm gonna my choices are gonna be all fucking dog movies,
this
okay?
is true. And Ice Age.
Yeah, and Ice Age and Kung Fu fucking Panda. And I went on this date with this guy, and I'm like, I don't know any normal movies. And the only normal movie I could think of recently that I had seen was like The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. That was the, and that's not kidding. That's what we watched because,
I just choked in my drink.
yeah. And I felt so bad, but like that's what we ended up watching because I couldn't think of any normal movie. I'm like, listen, can you think of one? They're like, no, you pick it. And I'm like, dude, please pick it. I don't want to watch this movie, but I don't know any other normal movies, and like, I
So
don't.
you pick The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Yeah, wait, that's
Also,
what
in
we
case
watched.
no one knows what that movie is, it is a very, very depressing movie about the Holocaust.
Yeah,
This young boy befriends a young Jewish boy trapped in a concentration camp, and both boys don't understand what's happening, but they become friends. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say because if I start thinking about it, I'm gonna cry. That is
yeah.
one of the most devastating movies ever made.
And I watched it on a date, first date, by the way, first date.
Out of all the things you could have picked, just
You know what? And we still went on a second date.
I'm starting to notice a German trend with you.
Don't do this to me.
German movie on a date, German song during an intimate moment in
Okay,
a car.
you know
I'm
what?
just
You know what?
saying.
I didn't choose the German song on that one date. Okay,
I'm
that was not my fault. You can
noticing
blame that on whatever the fuck
German
his name is.
media is seeming to follow you everywhere. I
Yeah,
don't think it's a coincidence. I'm just saying.
you know what? Trust me. I really liked this guy. He was a really nice guy. And I hope that they are doing really well in life. I miss them a lot. Not in that way, but like as a friend.
Like we hope you're
And
living your best life.
yeah, because I'm so sorry I made you watch The Boy in the Striped Pajamas
Mm.
on our first fucking date. Which our second date went just as well. That was not a problem.
Would you watch that in Schindler's List? Like,
We didn't actually watch a movie that time. We just were like, talking and cuddling, and that was it. It was
thank
actually a
God.
really sweet date, and I think it was New Year's, or it was like Christmas Eve or something. It was one of the holidays.
Gosh.
Anyways,
let's see.
moving on.
I've never wrote a checkout.
I have never done that either.
I've always wanted to, but a lot of places don't take checks anymore.
Yeah. And like what would I do with a check? Like honestly, where would that check go to?
It's also a lot. It depends what kind of bank you have. My bank, it's very simple to submit a check, but for
Yeah.
some people, it's a process.
Yeah.
So I can understand it not being easy this day and age, but I'm trying to like my mom and dad always talked about like writing checks. I'm like, that sounds so cool. Like just write on this piece of paper, give it to someone, you're like, I'm done. There.
Like, here's money.
Transaction done.
Like, how cool would that be? But like, God, I don't have a checkbook. I don't have anything. Never had to write out a check. Like, what in the fucking world?
Well, that in the movies, you always associate checks with like big money.
Yeah.
Like, I want this car, sign check. Here you go. It's mine now. I want this house, sign, submitted. It's mine now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're lucky if you can go any places now that accept cash.
I know.
Which, side rant, hold on. I understand it is very convenient for places like concerts and festivals and even bars now to have cashless payments. But you know what? Sometimes I need to get rid of cash.
Exactly.
And I shouldn't have to just go to like CVS to spend money to get some change.
Like, for what, dude?
Like, I get how convenient it is. I do. It has saved me in the past before. But sometimes I want to get rid of some cash. That, and it's very easy to make up losing cash that gets stolen or misplaced rather than a whole card.
Exactly.
It is a very, very tedious thing to go through when you have to submit something to get a new card.
Exactly.
I hate it.
Like, why do that when I can just carry cash?
Exactly.
And you know what? Recently, I will say this. I was going to Dollar Tree and there was a guy who I'm guessing he was homeless. He came up to me and he goes, "Can I borrow a few dollars to go get whatever?" I think he said something about going to the store and buying cigarettes or whatever. And like, I don't have any cash on me. I genuinely don't carry anything. That's what I said. I don't carry cash. He like literally looked at me and he goes, "You're lying." I'm like, no, I'm not lying. I don't carry cash.
Yeah, this day and age, I'm sorry, people have to expect people not having cash on them.
And then he sat me down and gave me this whole life lesson about how I guess the world isn't going to be um cashless forever, and that one day it's all going to fall apart and I need to be ready, and that the future doesn't wait around for anybody. So be ready for it. I'm like, that was kind of good wisdom, but like,
All right, hold on. Let's back up a bit. You sat down with this random person to get a lecture.
Kind of.
God.
I was going to Dollar Tree and he was just talking and I was like, okay, seems like you need someone to talk to. So I just sat down and let him talk. He was cool.
Speaking of cash and cards, I've never owned a credit card.
Again, this is something I haven't done either. My bad. I went on this rant about this guy. Oh my god.
I'm trying to move on because my mother instincts are going woo woo woo.
Like, that's what are you doing? So bad. Like, I sat down with a random guy and let him talk to me.
And I'm not saying every random stranger has the intention of harm, but in this day and age, you have no idea.
Yeah, and
Like a lot of times, if you tell someone, "Oh, sorry, I can't or I don't," sometimes they do take it good or bad.
yeah.
So you're very lucky that you got words of wisdom and not a shanking. So
Yeah. Anyways, yes, I have never owned a credit card. Um, I mean, eventually I'm going to have to, but
yeah, I've
right
never
now
needed
I don't
one.
have a use for it.
I mean, I know I need to eventually have like a credit score, but like up until now, I've never needed one. Like
Yeah.
I've always been good about having money to pay bills and stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of just feel like if you don't need one, you don't have to get one.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes feel like people misunderstand what a credit card is for, and they forget that you do have to pay that money back.
Yeah.
And I'm not someone that just spends to spend, but I've always had fear after hearing so many bad financial decisions and watching like financial audit all the time. I just,
Yeah.
even though I know myself, I still have that initial fear of that's going to be me one day.
Yeah.
And I
Same.
don't want that.
It's like, what if I make a terrible life choice and end up bankrupt or something?
I think I would only use a credit card for like maybe airline tickets.
Yeah.
Like, you can make that back pretty easily, but I didn't want to spend it on frivolous things just to get a credit score. I want to spend something I need or that I can easily pay back.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's see.
And it's like,
Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, if you had something to add, you can go ahead.
I've already forgotten. Unfortunately, I have the memory of a goldfish.
You're like Dory
I am.
in the
Let's
nicest way
continue.
possible. Um, I have never smoked cigarettes.
Okay. So, am I allowed to see this?
If it's what I'm thinking of, you may have to replace some words. I know YouTube's a bit stingy about certain words.
Okay. Um, I haven't smoked cigarettes.
Were you perhaps
But
indulging on some devil's lettuce?
that and vaping once in a while. I got
Mhm.
into it for like a year and then I cut it because I realized it wasn't very good for me and I was making some very bad choices with my life. Um,
I vaped for 2 days straight just to impress a guy.
oh
And
my god.
then after that, I quit.
Yeah. It
Words of
it's
advice, never smoke or do any kind of nicotine just to impress someone. It's really not
no.
worth it.
It's not worth it to smoke really at all. And I regret it every day having done that because it made me very ill.
Mhm.
And it definitely contributed, I think, to the random headaches I was getting. And I said, you know what, I'm going cold turkey. That's what I did, and it was horrible. It
I
was,
was proud yet concerned at the same time because I've seen how hard that is for people. I know everyone's different, but at the same time, calling it quits like completely, it's very it's risky.
yeah, it is. And I got kind of lucky. So, it was hard. And then recently I stopped smoking marijuana. I think, ooh, if I had to take a guess, I think 2 years ago. 2 years. Yeah, it's been 2 years since I stopped.
Congratulations.
Okay? It's never do it. It's not. I guess it's the majority of people now do this, but like, don't do it. Don't get involved. Like, unless you really need it, there's no reason for it, and it doesn't do any good.
I think unfortunately more people do it nowadays because it is legalized in a lot of places.
Yeah,
I think if it was how it was back in the day, there wouldn't be as much activity with it, but then again, if people want to indulge in vices, they're going to find a way no matter what.
yeah,
But I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be your personality if that makes sense.
yeah,
Like I've met a lot of people in uni who made like going out their personality, like, or like they were kind of like the go-to person to get certain substances, and it's kind of like, I don't see the
The
happiness with
appeal.
being that person. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't either, but it used to be my MO, you know. I always had something on me and someone would always look at me and be like, "Can I have a hit?" Because I was always that person that always had something.
Hmm.
I had a
Well,
guy at a gas station stop me and he goes, "You got any?" And I went, "Yeah." Cuz I'm
you
an
know how
idiot.
desperate the world is when you have to sell yourself at a gas station for a hit.
Yeah, and I wasn't even selling anything. He was just like, "Can I have some?" And I went, "Sure, just take it. I don't give a shit." Like I had no that's kind of where money comes into play here, like what we were talking about. Like I had such an issue. I think I would have been using my credit card to buy things I probably shouldn't.
Hmm.
So
Shoot, do you
I'm
remember back in school when like all the bathrooms were shut down because people kept like smoking and vaping in them?
yeah. Oh my god.
You literally, no joke, there were certain hours for the bathroom, and
Yeah.
there were so many faculties patrolling the bathroom. So anytime you try to go in there, if you were lucky they were open, you would most likely get asked, "What are you doing?" Which, when you're going to the bathroom, it seems pretty obvious, but they
Yeah.
would sometimes wait until you're out, and they would just sit there to see if they would smell anything or hear you do anything. At one point, there was one day that you had to go to the nurse's office if you really had to go to the bathroom.
Oh my god.
Like, it was crazy. And I'm looking at everyone like, are we so desperate that you cannot wait to hit a vape? And now I have to hold in my bladder because of it?
Like for what? Like what was I don't understand what the point of it was. I really don't. Like especially in school like that, you can't wait. Like really, like you said, you can't wait. You can't like cuz don't get me wrong, kids are going to do it anyways. Doesn't matter. Like I'm not going to say things about my family, but like I've known people who were doing it like really young. Like they admit to doing it so young and getting caught. And it's like, "Oh my god, what's wrong with you? What? What were you doing?" And I don't know, I guess it's shocking to me that people so young were doing it. Like I don't know. I definitely shouldn't have been doing it, but I did it anyways. People will find ways to do things that they want to do, and whether it's good or bad for them doesn't fucking matter. If they
um,
want to do it, they'll do it.
and speaking of damaging behaviors, I have never broken a bone.
You know, I haven't either, but I've come close.
I have too, many times.
Do you have any stories in particular?
I have two.
Oh, okay.
One is quite funny. The other is a bit funny, but really painful.
Oh,
So I'll start with the funny one first. I think you might remember this. I think it was might have been junior or senior year. I was walking home with a friend, and I lived in a huge apartment complex, you remember?
oh
And
yeah,
you know how we have those like communal dumpsters to throw the trash in?
yes,
So whenever the drivers would come by to empty it, they would sometimes leave the bins open. And there was kind of like a concrete block that kind of covers the dumpsters. And the lids, if they were all the way open, they protrude outside of like the concrete box. And we were walking a pretty good pace, and I was facing her because we were having a conversation. And all of a sudden, I just look forward and bam, my nose makes straight impact with the garbage lid.
oh my god.
And My friend starts laughing, and I'm laughing it off too, thinking nothing of it. Like, oh my god, I didn't even see it. Like, oh my god, that's so crazy. I get home. I tell my parents what happened. They're like, "Oh my god, that's really funny." Like, blah. It kind of like looks like one of those vines moment, like someone runs into something. It has like that dramatic sound effect to it.
Yeah.
Like even I was laughing because it was really silly of me. But the
Oh my
next day I
god.
wake up and I have this giant black eye and the bridge of my nose is swollen and purple.
Oh my god.
It was so bad that for our Christmas photos, my mom had to filter it black and white because if you didn't, it looked like I got beat up.
Oh my god.
I don't
Dude.
know if you remember. It was during Christmas break though. So
Yeah,
we didn't. Yeah. So luckily, I didn't go to school like that. But all I remember is my Christmas photos are going to look like I got beat up or like my parents hit me.
yeah. Oh my god.
And even when we put a bit of makeup over it, which I didn't want to because it really hurt, you could still see it a
Yeah.
bit. So my mom was like, well, I guess it's going to be in black and white this year.
Oh my god. Did
So
you
yeah.
actually do black and white Christmas photos?
Yes.
Oh my
I
god.
can send it to you. I'm not going to pull them up, but I'll send them to you.
No, please. You know what? In
Um,
fact, right now I'm pulling up my photos because I do want to show these for my story. I've
so
actually told you this story coming up, so
so my everyone was like, "You're lucky you didn't like break your nose." I think I might have did some damage to my nose because I've had a lot of like nose problems since then.
yeah.
So I feel like I did do something, but at the moment I didn't think anything of it. My second story involves my knee. Um, it was middle school at a middle school dance, and I was dancing. I was having so much fun. I was dancing with my friends. I felt on top of the world. I'm so invincible. Nothing can stop me. I don't know what I did. I jumped up during a song, and when I jumped down, I don't know if my right foot slipped or if I just landed on an angle. Um, but I felt like a huge pain in my leg, and at first I thought I broke my leg on the dance floor.
Oh my
um,
god.
but one of my friends luckily helped me up and took me to a chair. They're like, "Are you okay? Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I think I just went a little too hard. You know, I'm that person." And I ended up sitting for a little bit, and then I got up to dance, and I was dancing hard. And then my leg kind of became numb. So I'm like, "Oh, I'm okay. Nothing to think of. I'm a kid. I'm invincible." And
Yeah.
my friend, one of my other friends, left with me for a sleepover at my house. I get in the car, we're laughing. I tell my dad the story, like, "Oh, I like fell on the dance floor. I like landed on my leg. I'm fine." We get to my house. I'm like, "Oh, my leg kind of hurts a bit. You want an ice pack?" "Yeah, I'll take an ice pack." And I'm like, "I don't think I can make it up the stairs." "Really?" "Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sleep downstairs." "Okay." I wake up the next morning screaming in pain. I
Oh my god.
can't move without my mom helping me. I can't bend my leg. My knee is the size of a grapefruit. And I felt so bad. I think my dad had to drive me, or my mom did, and someone had to take my friend home because I had to go to the hospital really bad.
Oh my
And
god.
we get there. Here's the funny part of the story. I think it was my mom that had to drop me off, maybe. My one of my parents had to put me in a wheelchair in front of the hospital, and then they had to go park the car. So I'm in front of the hospital with my leg out, the size of a grapefruit, and I'm like, I'm just like
Oh my
trying not to
god.
cry, and people are like staring at me. I'm like, my mom's coming back for me.
Oh my god.
And so we get there, they do some tests and an X-ray, and it turns out I dislocated my knee.
Oh.
My knee did like a full 180 out of its socket, and like that's like what the popping was.
Mm,
So
mm,
my knee was dislocated and like damaged for probably a year
Oh
because
my god.
I had to wear almost a full leg brace and crutches for a while. But at school, I kept telling them I need to leave like class early to like have time to get to places without people bumping into me. And one time I wasn't able to leave class early, and someone bumped into me in the hallway, and it made everything flare up again. And I had to leave early because my knee was just in pain. I started crying in class, which was so embarrassing. But
Oh
I was like,
my god.
my like I couldn't breathe, and for like a full year, my knee was like wrapped up and stuff, and I never had surgery on it because they said it would heal on its own. But
Yeah.
at one point, they're like, "We can like drain the fluid to make it go faster." I'm like, "No," because it was like a long needle, and you know how I have a phobia of needles.
Yeah.
And I said, "No, sir, give me the cast or the brace because I'm not doing that."
Yeah, no, thank you. Oh my god. See, I would have lost my mind. See, my story kind of goes a little different. This one was actually pretty recently. I think this might have been a year or two ago. I actually pulled up the pictures. So I was working with a dog, and her name is Lucy. I put her picture up there. She is. She's a Great Dane, and she's got all these spots on her. She's beautiful. And when I first met her, she came in. This was actually before she got sick. Um, she was the cause of an entire breakout of kennel cough. The worst breakout we've had in years because somebody brought her over and she just got kennel cough when she arrived the next day. And so she practically gave it to everybody. Um, and I was taking care of her, um, and she was finally better enough to go in the yards and actually play. Like she was going out in the yards, but she wasn't allowed to exercise or do anything, just pee, go back in, and then we had to sanitize the yards. Um, she would she finally got to go out, and I took her ball. This was on me, by the way. This was not her fault. 140 pounds, not 140 pounds. Jesus, 104 pounds.
That's a
I
big, that's a big dog.
Yeah, I took her ball that she loved so much because she had dropped it in the hallway, and I didn't want any of the other healthy dogs to come over and grab it because her saliva had been all over it and they would get kennel cough because she was still technically sick, but she was healthy enough to go out and she was cleared for exercise. I threw it over the fence into the yard. Mistake number one. Then I opened the gate, in which she bolts into the yard, and there's this little ring on the leash, and the ring slips over my finger, and boom! And just, it hurt so bad. And I went, ow. And I hear Larry from the next yard over. He goes, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she just ran into the yard real fast." And then I had to work the rest of my shift unable to move that finger or the finger next to it that well. And then I got home and I made a makeshift stint. Yeah, there's the photo. And you can see how, by the
Oh,
way, blue my finger was turning. And this was like the worst stint I could have possibly made. And I had to keep remaking it. So I said, "You know what? I'm going to urgent care." I went to urgent care and they said, "Sorry, we're closed." I'm like, "You are open for another hour and a half at least." They said, "Nope, sorry. We don't take clients after like 7 o'clock." And I'm like, "Oh shit." So I had to go home. And I got in my car and I was like, "I'm just going to go to the next one over. That one's open 24/7." And so I went to go grab my wallet out of, this is where this picture comes into play. I went to grab my wallet out of my center console, and my entire center console broke, and everything fell into the floor.
I just love the simple caption you have.
It just says "fuck." That's it. And like there's like vomit bags too that have been unused, by the way. I just keep them in my car just in case. Like all my car stuff is in there. Like everything I own is in the floorboard. Like receipts and everything gone, all in the floorboard. And I'm like, great. So now with my one bad finger, I'm trying to like put everything away and hold the thing. I'm like, oh my God. And so it just wasn't worth going to the other urgent care. So I went home. And then I went back the next day to that same urgent care. And mind you, I get sick every month between the months of November to March. So when I walked into this motherfucker's office, he looked at me and said, "What's up, bro?" And he fist bumped me and said, "Why are you back? This is like your fourth time this year." And it had only been like 4 months since I had seen him, or since I
Do you have like a punch card? Like the fifth one's
yeah, I
free.
might as well. Like I know him pretty well. Every time he sees me, he goes, "Oh my God, it's you!" And I'm like, "Hey, what's up, bro? Hi, how you doing?" Like fist bump each other, high fives, handshake on the way out. Like we got a secret code. Like might as well fucking live there. Like, and he fixes me up. He sends me on my way. I said, can I work with dogs for a while? And he goes, nope, you gotta wear this. So he put me in this splint thing and kind of put up my finger, and he said, you actually fractured your finger. The dog had ran so fast into the yard, the metal ring that had been around my finger on the leash had like fractured it at the force that she ran in. And by the way, I continued to do my shifts wearing that stupid little splint. So
yeah, I mean, you're lucky your finger didn't like snap in half or even like come off.
Yeah, well, I was convinced it was broken, but it had gotten fractured right in between the bones somehow.
Ugh.
And I have like the x-rays and everything. He sent them to me. He goes, hey, take a look at this. And I'm like, wow, thanks, man. Thanks for texting me my x-rays. You're a cool guy. So I've never broken a bone, but I have had to have my finger splinted because I fractured it.
I mean, knowing how clumsy we both are too, I'm surprised we have not broken anything.
I know. Like, what the hell? How have we made it this far?
I don't know.
Someone needs to help us.
Yeah. So my last one for me is I've never gone on a cruise ship, nor will I ever go on a cruise ship.
Agreed.
I'm sorry. I don't see the appeal of them.
I don't either. Because, like, why?
I'm sorry. Did we not learn from the Titanic? I don't care how advanced we like to brag about ourselves being. Did you see the documentary about the poop cruise?
No, but that's why I'm not ever going on a cruise. Because, like, do you know how many people get norovirus on that thing?
I mean, not only that, you're paying so much money to be trapped in the middle of the ocean with strangers.
Like, I'm good. You can go home. Jake, just this afternoon, he goes, oh yeah, me and my friends, we want to go on a cruise. And I literally gave him the hardest side eye I could. I'm like, you are going to go on a cruise? He goes, yeah, across like international water or something. I'm like, if you go, you are staying the fuck away from me when you get back.
I'm going to send him a bunch of like safety videos and what to do, what not to do.
Send him a gift basket after he gets fucking norovirus on that thing. Like, I'm not. You can trust me. I'm not coming back over to the house for like a week.
No, and like my biggest fear would be being stranded.
Yeah. Like, what happens? Like, God, I couldn't. No.
So it's really bad, but I'm gonna have us watch the documentary during our summer vacation,
Oh,
just so you can see why I will never do a cruise.
oh my god. I'm gonna lose it, dude.
Yeah. Anytime someone says, "Oh, we're so modern now. You don't have to worry about that." I always bring up that documentary. And I'm like, "Yeah, you have a point."
Like, no thanks.
Yeah, speaking of us being passionate about cruise ships, let's get into some of our hot takes slash unpopular opinions.
Oh boy.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first here.
So I go back and forth with this one
Ouch. Yeah.
because I get why people do it, but at the same time, I've had issues with this. Um, I kind of do see the appeal of why phones should not be allowed during concerts.
Yeah.
I get that you want to capture the moment, but there was one time we were at a concert and all I could see was screens.
Oh god.
I if I had $1 for every time I've seen people record the entire show instead of living in the moment, I could retire now. Like I get like trust me, I've taken a picture or video to you at a concert. Trust me, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. It's when people spend the entire concert doing that and you block people's view with your phone.
Yeah,
I didn't pay to watch through your phone. I paid to watch the live performance.
exactly. I
Like I'm
think
trying to okay.
people are always going to have their phones though. Like they're gonna sneak it in. Like I've seen concerts where it's like, oh, it was a no phones concert, but like I snuck my phone out to get a video. Like, put it away,
I um
please.
so please. Um so I went for girls weekend. I went with my mom and a few of my aunts to see Taylor Swift.
Oh,
It was back when she was doing her tour. It was supposed to be a nice girls' weekend, you know, hanging out together because I didn't see them a lot. And if anyone is familiar with that tour, you know tickets were not cheap. I will never admit to how much we all spent on them, but they were good seats. Like we should have been able to enjoy it. Now, where I was sitting slash standing, because you have to stand when Taylor performs, apparently. Um, there was this couple, very, very lovely, sweet. They weren't like rude. The only problem was the entire concert, not being dramatic, the entire concert, she was recording herself watching the concert.
oh my god.
And her partner spent the whole time recording her watching the concert.
Oh my god.
So I had to keep dodging phones. I'm like, one, I don't want to be in your video, and two, I'm trying to watch her, not through your phone.
Yeah.
So it's like with music festivals, it's a bit different because there's so much open space.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
some concert venues are quite small and intimate that you're kind of dodging phones sometimes. Like,
It's I see. I've never been to a concert. I guess I can add that to the list of normal things that people do. And like, I've never been to one. I feel like it would just be too overwhelming for me. Um,
yeah, because there are sometimes even I'm like, this is a bit too much.
yeah, like if I could go to a concert where I can sit down and watch someone perform, and not have people standing over me and touching me, and like that would be great. But like, you know, it's I don't know. I even have like the same concerns about going to like a convention. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
so worried that like people around me are going to be sick or like be touching me or running into me like or being sitting too close to me while I'm trying to watch something or enjoy something.
Mm-hmm.
Like can't do it. Just cannot. but it happened. It's so normalized.
Yeah, I think that's probably why a lot of places are becoming very strict about photography and recordings. But at the end of the day, it's like you said, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I feel like this is not a hot take, but I feel like a lot of people would disagree with me. I don't think awards dictate a movie's worth.
No. Agreed. I absolutely agreed. There's a lot of movies that like have not won awards, and I think were fantastic movies. But then, you know, I don't know, there are some movies where they won like all these awards, but like I don't think they need to be winning awards, to be honest.
Yeah, so as a film head, I'm very passionate and intrigued by obviously the film industry, but also how the standards critiques are at. And there are sometimes I hear critiques from movies and I'm like, I don't get like where you're coming from. I
Yeah.
think we're seeing two different movies, or like I'm not understanding where your viewpoint's coming from. But that's their opinion, and I respect that. But there are some times where I think movies have won awards, and I get confused.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Like if it's kind of like I'm trying to think of an example. That's like me trying to tell you you need to watch this movie, and you're like, "Oh, why?" Well, because it won 12 awards. Okay, what does that mean? It
Like
means it's good. No, it necessarily doesn't.
no,
It
like
it checked off certain boxes for a group of people who judge movies.
yeah.
Like, there are
Like
some movies I've watched that have won awards, and I'm kinda like, "It's not for me, I think."
yeah,
But it's for a different audience, but it does not mean I have to like it because it won awards.
exactly. It just it doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest.
And I have a dislike for people who judge people's movies if they have not been nominated or have won awards.
Exactly. Because
Like,
you really want an
I'm
award?
sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm not a fancy, sophisticated person whose tastes are so refined that all of my favorite movies have just won awards, have been nominated. Like, no, I'm sorry. My movie is not worth less because it hasn't won anything.
Exactly. Like, come on, dude. I
Like,
think it obviously movies should not be judged based on how many awards they won. I feel like again, there's lots of terrible movies that have won awards and don't, deserve to have awards in my opinion.
mhm.
Or like aren't very good. Like maybe I enjoy other movies.
My the funniest thing about being in a film major is being a part or hearing the debates people have with movies.
Yeah.
It's it's very interesting to say the least because like every major has stereotypes,
Yeah.
and I feel like film students, a lot of us live up to that stereotype, thinking we're like avant-garde and you have to if you don't watch all of these movies, you're not a real film student or you don't understand film or we judge people based on their movie preferences,
Yeah.
which in a sense I do, but usually when I ask what are your favorite movies, that tells me the type of character you are.
Yeah.
I don't judge it thinking, you're not cultured. No.
Exactly.
I more like getting to know people based on their movies. Like some people like getting to know you based on your music preferences. I like doing that with movies because I think movies and music are the top things you can bond over with people.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next point. I will defend that physical media is still better than streaming services.
Yes.
One, let me rent this out. Yes, streaming services are a bit more convenient, but let me tell you, there have been many, many of nights where I go to watch a movie. I already know it's on Netflix. Let me go Netflix. Oh, it's no longer there. Let me Google what platform it's on. Oh, now it's on Paramount. Oh, I have to get a Paramount subscription. I go to
Yeah.
watch it again. What? It's off of that too? Oh, it's on this one. Oh, I better get that one. Oh, it's off that one again. Well, let me just buy all of them.
Me with Kung Fu Panda.
We should not have to pay for like 10 to 12 services just to watch a movie or show. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Do you know how expensive they are now too? They keep increasing their prices because they know people will buy them.
Yeah. Like I don't want to pay like $3.99 every time I want to watch this movie. Like I'm so sorry. I paid exactly that for Kung Fu Panda the other day. And I got so busy that because I had already started it, I never even got to watch it. Are you kidding? I only get it for 42 hours. What happens if in the middle of my movie I get busy, I have to go do something, and then when I finally sit down to watch it again, I don't have it anymore. I have to
And I
buy the fucking movie to have it forever.
and I hate that they will move one movie from one streaming service to another. Pick one.
Exactly.
Pick one.
Like stay on that service, please.
And then I forget which one it is. I think it might be Hulu. You go to click on your movie to watch, and then they remove it off the streaming service, but it still shows up.
Uh-uh.
Why? Why? Why are you getting my hopes up? Why?
Like for what?
No, it is. I'm sorry. It is such a hassle. You would think it's meant to be easier. It's really not at the end of the day. And then you're like, oh, I'll share my profile with my friend or my family. Well, some of them now, if you're too far away, they won't let you log in.
Yeah,
Well, maybe if you're a bit more affordable, more people would have subscriptions.
exactly.
Ugh, but man, that's why I'm never afraid to bust out my DVD cases. Mm.
Exactly. Because again, DVDs are better, to be honest.
I still have VHS tapes.
Oh yeah, no, I
Mhm.
don't doubt that.
Yep. um okay, this one is very it's unpopular because I think people know they're one of these people. People should have to retake the driver's test every 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's me being nice. Do you know how many people should not be driving?
Yes.
Probably
I
half
know
the
lots of
population.
people.
And
It's
I'm
like,
sorry, I am one of these I am this person. I think if you are past a certain age, you need routine checkups for your driving test because there are some people at a certain age who should not be driving anymore.
yeah.
And they will keep doing it until something happens.
I think that's why people also need to check up on their older loved ones more. Cause like, good lord. Like there are some older people who like their families don't ever check up on them, but yet they're out there driving and like I think that some of these people on the road should not be driving, and a lot of them are older folks. Like, I'm so sorry. I hate to be one of those people, but like,
Yeah, and I've
my
worked in it. in a retirement home. Like, I always want them to live their life until they're unable to do things anymore. But I'm sorry, if we're at a certain point where you're not aware of the actions you're doing that can harm someone, someone needs to step in.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's like, oh my god, some of these people need someone to step in much sooner.
Yeah, I
But it
was
it doesn't happen.
no, like I was driving the other day to work and my light turned green and I'm that person that waits 3 seconds still to make sure I
Yeah.
can go. So I'm already halfway through the intersection now cuz I have a green light, I was good to go. This person is probably 3 inches from my car, speeds through his red light, and the lady across from me is honking at him for me because I'm thinking I'm gonna die right now because he was so close. I thought he did hit me.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the person in the passenger seat, I'm sorry, he was a very older gentleman, and he just ran through that light like it was no big deal. Like he had a green light.
What the hell?
Like, I'm sorry. It's one of those examples where I'm like, did he even know or did he just not care?
Yeah. Like, you kidding? People like that upset me so much. Like, I think people need to check, especially on like the older folks. Like I'm gonna say my grandfather, he really wanted to drive. But if you knew my grandfather in his last few years, you would have said, do not let this motherfucker behind the wheel.
Mm-mm.
He does not need to be behind the wheel at all.
No, bless him, but no.
Like, dude. I
I would
mean,
hide those keys so fast.
oh yeah, well that's why I had the car, was because he couldn't drive it anymore. And there was just no way that it was going to happen again.
Mm-mm.
Like he always wanted to go over and get like Starbucks. That's fine. Somebody can drive you to Starbucks, Grandpa. You don't need to go to Starbucks on your own. Like, I'm so sorry. I would not trust him out in the road like that ever.
No. Mm-mm. Let's see. Ha, this one is one I will fight to the end with. I think comedy movies peaked in the mid 2000s.
Yes.
I There has definitely been a shift with comedy movies. I think some people are afraid to take risk in comedy movies, and there are some movies where their humor is too it's cringe. I'm trying to phrase it carefully. It's very cringe
Yeah.
or it's very I'm sorry, it's very Gen Z humor based. And that stuff's not funny. It is not land.
Yeah.
When they say they do not make comedy movies like they used to, that is true. There might have
Yeah.
been a few bangers here and there, but
Ice Age.
stop.
You know what? The best part is that my grandmother the other day, she goes, "You know what movies were funny?" And I went, "What?" She goes, "The Ice Age movies."
Oh my god, you've infected your grandmother.
Yeah, and then like today my mom goes, "You know who Whiskey looks like when he stands up with his ears back?" And I said, "What?" She goes, "Like Sid from Ice Age." I'm like,
You have
"Mom."
infected people. You are a sickness that needs to stop.
I love Ice Age. It's a stupid movie.
But you know what? That brings me back to my point. Do you think the newer ones are better than the original ones?
No.
Comedy wise? Like, do you think no.
No. They suck.
Like, I get it. The newer generation thinks that some older comedies are very quote offensive. Well, that's comedy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, comedy is not, I guess it's another hot take. Comedy is not for sensitive people.
Yeah.
Comedy is supposed to be a form of escapism.
It's exactly. I think that all comedy is different, by the way.
Oh yeah, I mean, you have like what, dark comedy, light comedy,
Oh yeah.
different
So
spectrums of comedy, but at the end of the day, if you're so sensitive that a certain joke offends you so much, that's probably more of your issue.
yeah, it's not, unless it was downright disgusting. Like
Yeah.
that's like there's obviously a difference, but like that difference doesn't always happen. So,
I
I
think
don't know.
it'll like it's like with comedians, some jokes land, some don't. I think it also depends how you present yourself and how you present your comedy.
Yeah. It all depends on your jokes, who you are as a person, and how you present those jokes. And um I think they can be good, but you have to be ready,
Yeah,
if you're
that's
gonna.
always unfortunately a deal breaker with me is sensitive people to comedy. Because
Yeah.
I love comedy movies, and you can always have your own opinion and preference. But if I go to put on a comedy movie and you're like, I don't like this, well, why? It's so offensive. No, I'm sorry. It's not. It's really not. It's just you. I promise you.
Like, I'm so sorry, but mm-mm. I I don't know.
But yeah, I
I
will die on that hill. You cannot convince me that comedy is still peak because it peaked in the mid 2000s.
yeah,
And
I can.
speaking of peak, I
Ooh.
think we can move on to something I call what should come back to the modern era.
Oh?
So I follow this page on Instagram and they post, some like random facts or like they show the contrast between the past and now. And
Yeah.
I want to look at some pictures of things in the past versus how they look now. And this kind of goes to what we were talking about with like concerts and stuff. So this is one of them.
Oh.
So thank you, Inside History, because so you can see a clear difference. This is what I'm
Uh,
talking about.
yeah. See,
Like, look how much fun the 1980 side looks compared to the 2026 side.
yeah. I think Jesus Christ.
Like, which side looks more fun to you? Like, if you had no issues with like public spaces.
I'm so sorry. But I just want to point out one thing about this photo. Look at the 1980 ones and look at all the people's fucking hair. It's all the same.
Okay, you know what?
The
Don't shame
same
my type, okay?
texture, color, the same shirt, and the same height.
Well, it could also be an AI generated photo.
Oh my god. It's just funny. That's all it is. Is that this is hilarious because like and I want you to also look at the one from the 2006 one. Look at all their phones. Look at their
But
shirts
that
that
is
they're
really
wearing.
how it's like, though.
It is. It's all the same.
Like, because I'm a concert buff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a concert junkie. And I will show you when I go to a festival this May. I'm going to take a picture for you and show how many people are actually on their phones versus enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
But that just looks like a waste of money to me.
It does. It's like why do you want to go to a concert just to do that?
But, like, at this point, I could watch it for free on my phone at home. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, that's what I don't get. Like, concerts are not cheap nowadays.
Yeah,
So why would I guess if you want to do that with your money, you can. But I also don't want you to hinder my experience because maybe I saved up for those tickets. Maybe it's not easy for me to go to concerts.
exactly.
And let's look at the next one. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm from the generation where you played street hockey. Everyone played on the road and on the sidewalks. And nowadays, you don't really see that too much.
No.
You just have 50,000 cars parked on the side of the street.
Well, I guess that's just because of the dangers of playing in the street nowadays. People don't watch where they're going. Everybody's on their phones. At that
Don't
time in the 19 and not every no one was really looking at their phones while they were driving because they didn't have anything to look at.
don't try to defend them. Don't try to defend the 2026 people.
Well, I'm not. And here's my reasoning for this is that I think that people are looking at their phones too much while they drive, and that makes it dangerous. And that's ridiculous. I remember I don't know how old I was pretty young when this happened though. I will say that. My friend and I had this bubble that you could get into and roll around in. Like that you blow it up and then you get inside and you run around and you're like in a ball basically. And she put it like over her head and was walking out into the street. And there was a car coming up my neighborhood going 40 miles an hour. And it did not stop for her. And it didn't even try to move out of the way. And she was lucky that I was there and I grabbed the ball and pulled her backwards. We never saw that car again. We never know who that was.
I thought you
or
were
why
going
they
to
did
say
it.
we never saw her again.
No. She just it was so weird because I don't know. At the time, I guess it was kind of new to me. You know, I didn't have a phone. I didn't have like devices or anything. I was always outside. I remember like asking my friends to come out and hang out with me over the landline. Like, come hang outside. And
Oh,
no one wanted to come out with me because everyone, I remember my friend was always playing Skyrim. I was like, please come hang out with me. She goes, I want to stay home and play Skyrim. And I was like, please come to the park with me and look for bugs and insects. And
yeah,
please.
when World of Warcraft also came out, a lot of my friends were like desk junkies. They never left their desk.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, please. Like, somebody hang out with me outside. Like,
But like going back to the picture, like the first photograph, we had a system where if someone saw a vehicle, you would always shout car and everyone would grab their stuff and move.
yeah.
But like nowadays, I just feel like you're right. Like I mean, there was one time I did see kids playing like street hockey a bit differently, but they were doing it. And they did
Yeah.
the whole, oh, cars coming, watch like move, but I do think there are too many distractions in the modern era for drivers
Yeah.
that I can see it being a bit unsafe unless you live like in a more secluded neighborhood.
Yeah.
But still. And then oh my god, this one. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
When I was growing up, I wasn't growing up in the 80s, by the way. I'm just saying in general. Malls were still a huge thing. Nowadays, they're mostly dead.
Yeah.
Like you can tell malls are so desperate to keep open, they will add movie theaters or like modern digital arcades or like some weird expensive restaurant or these weird extensions that keep people coming.
Exactly.
But it just doesn't have that same feel to it, you know?
Yeah. I I wish that it was like that, but you know, it sucks because people just don't go out to malls anymore and it's like why? And I'm so excited for when you come out here again because we're going to go straight to round 1 and go to all our regular places that we used to go to.
Just gamble my money on crane games.
Yeah. Then again, I will say I don't know. I think round one kind of is reminiscent of like the old arcades a little bit, but like more high tech, I guess.
There are certain sections that feel a bit more classic, but there are a lot of like more
Crane
VR
game.
based stuff that I'm just not with,
Yeah,
unfortunately. But there are like that whole crane game section, it does kind of feel like the old arcade. Okay, I'm here to win my prize.
yeah. That whole section is nuts. By the way, oh my god, it's all crane games.
Can't wait to dominate again. I'm so good. This this one makes me mad.
Oh my god.
Do you know what I would give to go back to the days where you could spend an entire day or afternoon on a jungle gym?
Yeah, because it's so much fun. I don't know.
Like,
I
I'm
miss.
sorry, why do kids need their phones or iPads outside? They don't.
No, they don't.
Go touch sand. Go do something.
Oh,
Stop withering away.
okay. So I will say this. This is gonna be in a little bit of defense of the kids who have their cell phones outside. If you are going somewhere, I want you to have your phone on you. If you are going outside to the park, take your phone with you if I am not with you.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, like if you're there outside playing games on your phone and
Yeah,
watching
yeah, yeah,
stuff,
yeah. That would be different. I
then
remember
why?
I remember I used to go to this park by my house, and I don't remember. I just remember we called it like the Mini Mansions Park. That's not what it's called. It has like a completely different name. So I'm not like doxing myself or anything. And we go up there, and we would just like run through like the grassy area, all the trees, climb up in the tree, get on the rocks and pretend that we were making stuff. I remember like that park was so much fun and it still is. Like it's got like this little thing where you get on it and run on it. Um it's like a little hamster wheel. And I love that. I could never run on it now, but like that park is great. And I go there with sometimes the dogs. It's nice. I miss it. I really miss the park. Oh,
I miss that as a kid so bad. Like I
maybe
cannot wait to have a kid so I have an excuse to go to the park.
maybe we do like a picnic thing when you
Oh
come out,
yeah.
and it's no phones, just us. Just when we get there, take our little photos, and then the rest of the time, phones off in our pockets.
How they did it in the old days. Just
Exactly.
yeah, it's so unfortunate. Ugh. Take it for granted. This, okay, I'm sorry. I please do not invite me out to hang out and we're just on our phones the whole time.
Yeah.
Please, no. Like we can be on our phones when we're at home, but if we're physically there, unless you're trying to show me something, please don't be on your phone.
Exactly.
What is the point then?
It's like, please talk to me. Please hang out with me. Like sometimes I get like, I want to be quiet for a little bit and be on my phone, but like not the whole time, please.
No, and especially if you're the one that invited me out, then why are you on your phone? Why did I come out?
Exactly.
We could have been in our own places texting each other then.
Like, why did we have to do this like at a restaurant?
I mean,
Like,
you
if we're
could do that
gonna
with anywhere. Like, if you're like, let's go to the beach. Okay, why are we on our phones the whole time? Why are we at a beach then?
exactly,
Yeah, no,
I
I'm sorry. I can no. If I'm
no,
out with
I could
people, I'm
never.
not on my phone unless I'm trying to show you something or like responding to someone. I'm not on my phone. I'm trying to be in the moment.
Yeah, like I just fucking I hate it so much.
It's very annoying how phone based we've become.
It is. It's just life has become like evolved around the internet, and it's hard to want to do stuff that isn't. You know. and like everybody else around you is like on their phone and whatever. Now, okay.
Okay. I will always prefer to go to an arcade than to play games at home.
Yeah.
I will say though, it is very unique how we can play with different people across the globe from home. I will say
Yeah.
that's very cool. But for me, I would rather play games at arcades, or I still use my Nintendos. Not Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch, my DS
Yeah.
and my DS XL. I still play on those
Ugh,
things.
I miss my DS.
Oh, I have all that. I'm gonna use that stuff till it's dead on me. But
I
I'm not a very stream gamer type person.
yeah.
I would rather physically like I love like doing card games, board games, but I think it's a cool concept. And of course, like if I had friends that want to play, sure, I'll play for a little bit. But I think in general, I kind of miss that physical interaction. But obviously, there are some times where, let's say I had a friend that lived in Sweden, and obviously we can't go out to play games. We have to do it over the internet.
Yeah. It's it just kind of depends. Like I really like I have friends that I really enjoy playing. I think we've talked about this repo with, you know.
Hmm.
Um and it's great and I've met a lot of people through that game. It's awesome. Love repo. But like I also really like going to arcades and playing like simple little arcade games.
Yeah, I think if you have the chance to go out and physically do game stuff, you should with your friends. But again, I'm not like hating on people that play games to like stream and stuff. I think sometimes we lose that physical connection with people because everything is so web based.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I kind of miss more the past stuff than I like the modern stuff. So
Yeah. No, and that's understandable.
I'm not with the times. I'm still living in the past, guys. um so I guess we can move on to what I think will be the most interesting and last segment we have, which is weird food habits.
Oh,
I feel like I have more weird food habits than you,
we'll
but
see.
I know we didn't really discuss them beforehand, but I have a lot. I think they're completely normal, but there are some that people kind of look at me in distress.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't know if you want to go first.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, please.
So, um, I guess one of my personally weird food habits is, and I guess this is the most distressing out of my food habits, is food like contamination. Now, there's a few ways that this goes, you know. The first one is like when certain food touches other food. So simple. Sometimes I won't eat it because I don't want the other one. Like I my foods I can't take my foods touching.
Mhm.
But that's like, you know, the simple where like people are like, "Ooh, you know, that's kind of weird," but like whatever. And then there will be like times where I could even have like a drink sitting on my counter. And I'll be cleaning and then I spray olive like 5 feet away from my drink. My drink is contaminated. It is poison. I will not drink it. I
Mhm.
will pour it out, pour myself a new one. If my water looks a little weird, I won't drink it. If I believe that my food is slightly undercooked, I will cook it until it is burnt. And
You're
then
very much the daughter from The Signs. I don't know if you've seen that movie with Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix,
no.
but the little girl has this obsession with water being contaminated. So she has like 1,000 cups in the house. That's who you remind me of.
Yeah, and it's a problem because I seriously I can't do it. It's so bad. Everything is not okay. Like I'll check all my foods like before I eat them, and it's like, oh fuck, this is too raw. I either have to throw it out or start all over again. You know, it. I have problems with that, and I think the biggest one is if the food differs slightly than how it usually looks.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say I pull out a piece of turkey and the turkey has a little spot on it. And it's a normal spot, but I've never seen this spot before. I'm going to throw it away. The whole thing. It's contaminated. I can't eat it. And that's probably an issue. Eggs. If the egg looks slightly weird, I won't eat it. If something goes over the expiry date, I won't eat it.
I would hope not. I would hope not.
Well, even a day over is too much.
No, I could not do it.
And I don't know why. Because like, you know, my grandma, she goes, we just bought these. Like, I will say this, the turkey that we buy is from the deli. So it says that the date on it, the goodbye is by like 3 days later. And so we buy a pound of turkey and I'm woofing down turkey for 3 days because I don't want it to go bad.
Mm-hmm.
But once it goes over that date, I don't eat it. And then I feel bad because it just sits in my fridge because I'm too scared to now eat that turkey because it's gone over the expiry date. Like I've lived in a household where they keep foods years beyond the expiry date and say that it's fine.
Ugh.
I know, and it's crazy. Like if you
That's my grandfather though too.
It's like if you go into our freezer, there's hot dogs in there from 4 years ago, and I'm like, Mom, why do we still have these? And she's like, they're still good because they've been in the freezer. No, they're bad because they've been in the freezer for 4 years. They have freezer burn. You're gonna heat this up and eat it? Tell me you're gonna do that because I'm not doing it. I won't put that in my mouth. You could throw it away. And then people get mad at me because they're like, oh, you're so spoiled. I'm like, I'm not spoiled. I just don't want to eat food that could possibly make me sick. I
don't want to catch something.
Yeah, it's like, who knows how good that actually is. Like, we had these hamburgers for like a year. And they're supposed to be good for a while. And they're not beyond the expiry date. But when we pulled them out, I noticed they looked a little gray.
Mm-hmm.
And my family was like, no, they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. I'm like, I'm not eating them. Nope. I'm throwing them away. That's gray meat. It's going in the trash.
Ugh, gray meat. Ugh.
And we bought a new pack, and I said, do you see how different the color is? This one hasn't hasn't been in the freezer for a fucking year. So let's eat the new one.
Maybe they're just so immune to it, like, and we're weak. We have the weak systems.
But then they don't look at anything that they buy or anything or check on it. Like I remember, I would check everything for mold because once I had a hot dog, and I knew that the hot dog was good, the hot dog itself. So I cooked the hot dogs, and then I put one on a bun, and then I went to go put the buns away, and I noticed, by the way, this is after the fact I've already eaten it, there's mold all over the bottom. And I felt sick for weeks.
I think I would have a breakdown.
I didn't throw up or get sick because the hot dog bun that I had specifically eaten had not been contaminated. It was just the bottom buns that had grown mold. And I was so mad. I was like, you need to throw shit away as soon as it starts growing mold. You need to check all your foods. You need to be watching them. Like, you can't just... And then when I moved in with my grandmother, I'm like looking at all her cheeses. I'm like, Grandma, what kind of fucking cheese is this? She goes, that's my cheddar cheese. And I'm like, Grandma, your cheddar cheese has black mold.
That's my special cheese.
She goes, "What? I just bought that 2 weeks ago." I'm like, "Well, your cheese went bad instantly, so throw it
Your
away,
cheese
please."
is forming a new form of E. coli.
Like, and it's mixed in with all the other cheeses. So now I'm not going to eat the other cheeses, even though they haven't touched each other and they haven't really, the container on the outside touched that food. Not doing it. Can't get me to at all. Won't do it. I'm so particular about my foods and what goes in my body. I will not eat something if I know or think that it could be bad. I remember before I even, so I like In and Out. I will say that. I love In and Out. In and Out is great. But my first exposure to In and Out was a school trip. And we were coming back from Catalina Island. And what I didn't know was that the students were already sick. And I was sitting next to this kid, Rahul, and he had this crush on me. So he was always constantly sitting next to me. And we had all just gone to In and Out. And he started throwing up right next to me. My biggest fear, by the way, is vomit, if you don't know that. I hate vomit. I hate when people throw up around me. Can't do it. Um and so I'm terrified. I'm a little kid at this point. So I've got my ears covered and I'm singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to block it out. Not kidding, by the way. Wish I was. And I think that everybody has food poisoning. So up until 3 years ago, I never ate In and Out until one night I was really hungry and it was midnight and my friend and I were driving around. She goes, "Do you want to get something to eat? Like In and Out is open." And I'm like, no, I can't do In and Out. I can't do In and Out. I can't do In and Out. Like, I'm dying. If I have to go through an In and Out drive through, I'm going to die instantly. And then she goes, "Just try a little bit of the animal fries. I promise nothing bad is going to happen." I'm like, "Okay." And it was the best fries I've ever had in my life. And then it was the only place I wanted to go. That's how I got over my fear of In and Out. But I've replaced my fear of In and Out with now fear of pizza because I threw up recently after eating pizza and I got food poisoning from the pizza.
Not the pizza.
I think it had just been sitting out for too long the previous day when they had bought it and nobody told me. So when I went down to eat the leftovers, they had been spoiled. Like, because it was a meat pizza too, so like the meat on the top had been sitting out for a while. Nobody
So
told
you were
me.
set up to fail, basically.
Yeah, and so I ate 3 fucking slices of that pizza, and I didn't eat anything the rest of the day, and then I had a stomachache all night, and I went to bed thinking everything was gonna be good, and because I had taken like Tums, not even an hour later, I woke up projectile vomiting from this pizza, and poor Bolt, I felt so bad for him. First time seeing anybody throw up. And he took off running. He couldn't figure out what the substance was that was coming from my mouth. He's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. He's sitting on the floor with his eyes all wide and shaking. He's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Like,
my human's broken.
He's like, "Someone help, help." And I'm also like, okay, I can't say that part, but like, it's so bad, like diarrhea at the same time, both ends. Like, I couldn't sneeze because I would have diarrhea if I sneezed. I had to sleep on a towel for 2 weeks. I didn't eat anything for like a week or so.
I feel like mine might be more tame now than yours. I don't think mine's gonna take us down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a lot of weird things about food. Whoopsie.
I guess I'll go with my lame stuff now.
No, please.
Maybe I'll go from like I don't know, like the least to like biggest what the F, I guess. Um, this one's more of a preference. I would rather have carbonated drinks than flat drinks.
Agreed.
Um, I don't know what it is about it. It's just I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like the bubbles. I don't know.
Yeah. I love
like like even apple
carbonated.
juice. There's this I don't remember the brand, but when I lived in Germany, there's this carbonated apple juice that I
Yeah.
would drink almost every single day. I could live on off that stuff. It's so good. Maybe that's what like changed my mind about like carbonated things.
Oh my gosh. See,
Um,
I don't blame you for that one because I live off carbonated drinks. It's kind of a big joke within my friend group is that I only drink Waterloo. Like Waterloo is not like the greatest sparkling water, but it's one of the cheaper ones and it does the trick. And
that's like your spy code name I have for you.
Waterloo?
Yeah.
No. Like
Waterloo is
right,
calling you.
like if you don't know, and if any of you haven't heard me drinking during these podcast episodes, I always have a Waterloo on hand. And I have one right now. I don't know. I sent you a video before we started. I want you to take a guess on how many Waterloo drinks I have sitting on my desk right now.
I'm gonna go 3.
You would be right. I have
Yes.
3 and a Canada Dry. So
Mm.
I
I
have.
always have a sparkling ice whenever we record.
Yeah, those are good too. Man, I miss those. But like, that's another issue I have is pulp. I can't do other textures with basically a liquid. Like, why
Mhm.
is there texture in my liquid?
It's a liquid, not a solid.
Can't do it.
I this is another preference, but it's kind of a habit though too. I like my gummy candies frozen or like really cold.
Really?
So yeah, like if I have a pack of gummy bears, for example, I will put it in the fridge.
Oh.
If I have but yeah, any gummy candy, I always put in the fridge.
See, I didn't know that about you.
I I think it became more of a habit when I got in college. I don't know why, but I get hot very easily. So it was also kind of a nice cooling method for me. But I really like my candy cold. It's very odd.
See, I don't blame you for that one.
Well, that and like I don't know. I like to also like if it's like too. I'm trying to phrase this like PG. If it's too, if if it's too, I don't know how to phrase this. If
Like
it's
too warm?
if it's not soft, I like to just kind of suck on it. So,
Dude.
so it's kind of like how you put a peppermint in your mouth, but I do that with like gummies, like,
I don't blame you.
and
I
I let
really
like the
don't.
coolness settle in my. Okay,
No, I get it. I get it.
I was just trying to phrase that without that coming back to haunt me, but like,
No,
what
it's like
happens to stuff when it gets cold?
that's like me with my little ice cubes. I like to put them in my mouth and like let them melt. But I
Hmm.
do have an issue of chewing ice. Um it started when I went to Florida. I would get a cup of ice and I would just chew on the ice.
Hmm.
I can't do that anymore. I'm not supposed to, but I still do it.
No, it really damages your teeth. So I used to do that
Yeah.
as a kid. I would get like the crushed ice, and that was like my snack. And my dentist one time was like, showing me like these horrific pictures of like what happens to your teeth. I'm like, oh my god.
Like,
But now
no.
I do that with gummies. I like freeze gummies and yeah, it's
Yeah.
now we're starting to increase the weirdness a bit. I like to eat popcorn and drink milk.
What?
Yeah. I I mean, if I'm at the movie theater, obviously I can't do that. They don't have milk. But if they did, I would get that. But whenever I make popcorn at home or at someone's house, I always eat it with a glass of milk.
Have you done this with me and I've just never noticed?
Yeah.
What?
Sometimes I put it in like a cup, like you can't see.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, I really really like eating popcorn while drinking milk.
I don't blame you, to be honest. I can't judge you. Because
I
I
think I mean, I think people should try it. It's not
yeah.
I mean, it's not going to hurt you. It's not
Yeah.
bad. Like
After what I've said about my food preferences and like I don't think I'm in a place to judge anyone.
mhm.
Like
Um
what the fuck?
we're going to increase it a bit.
Okay.
I don't do this all the time, but ice cream on pizza is really good.
What?
Ice cream on pizza is really good.
I heard you the first time. I'm just
No, I was just repeating it for myself.
like ice cream on pizza. Like I okay, I can get ice cream with pizza, but on pizza?
So obviously I don't do it like with my parents because it is a bit weird. But when I was sometimes I would get a mushroom pizza with cheese and I would put like chocolate ice cream on top of it.
Wow. What?
I mean, don't knock it till you try it. I think it's really good.
Trust me, I won't be trying that. Not because it doesn't sound good, because I don't like pizza.
Which I hate that because pizza was our thing.
I know. And it's like the one thing I don't like anymore.
I know. Um, so there's that. um, and now we get to the odd one that my
Oh,
father always critiques whenever I make this. So I have different variations of ramen I make.
okay.
Um, first of all, I drain the noodles, so I have like no water in my ramen.
Okay.
Um, I so sometimes I use the packet ones, obviously, because I'm not making fresh ramen out here. No way. I don't have the equipment to do that.
Yeah.
So I use 2 pinches of the flavor packet, and then it depends. If I'm having chicken ramen, I put a lot of hot sauce on it. I stir that,
Okay.
and then I'll put like chicken in it, and then I have spicy chicken ramen.
You know
If
what?
if I'm having steak ramen, I drain the noodles, I put a pinch of the seasoned packing on it. I put steak sauce on the ramen. I stir that, and then I put steak in it. And sometimes I put mushrooms in it too.
Okay. I really can't judge you.
But I haven't
'Cause-
gotten to the weird part. I haven't gotten to
oh
the weird part.
no.
Um,
What's the weird part?
I there's 2 variations of this. I really like making there's a ramen sandwich and a morning ramen sandwich.
What?
So I'll do the breakfast one first. 'Cause that one's like my favorite. I
Okay.
will so it involves 2 bagels. Uh you make the ramen obviously. Little pinch of the flavor packet in it. I put the ramen on the bagel, like the end part. On
Yeah.
top of the ramen, I put egg And then sometimes I put turkey bacon if I have it. And then I'll put a little bit of hot sauce too. And then I put the bagel top on top of that. And obviously it's toasted, I just said that. And then you have a toasted Roman breakfast sandwich. Now the other sandwich, which is like a lunch or dinner sandwich, it's instead of a bagel, it's bread, obviously, toasted.
Yeah.
So it's bread, Roman, a meat if you're choosing. I usually do turkey slices. You turkey, hot sauce, and then toasted bread.
Okay. I don't judge you at all because that sounds really good actually.
It is actually
Um
it's very good. Like it sounds very odd, but I am the best person at making odd sandwiches.
yeah. See, when you said that you put hot sauce in your noodles, my mouth started to water thinking of these specific noodles I used to eat. Introduced me to them, and they're bulldog noodles. I put a
Mhm.
picture up. Um, and these are the spiciest ones that they have. And I used to put two of these. Like, these are so spicy that just smelling the sauce makes you want to cry.
Yeah, I can't eat those anymore.
I ate them every night for a year, and my parents were pissed because I would go to the store. There was like it wasn't a Dollar General. I'm not allowed in those. And sorry, it was like a 99-cent store, I think, and they would have like entire shelves full. So I would just like dump these giant packages of these noodles into my cart, and I would check out, and I had like 20 something of them, and I would eat two of those a night, and I would only put in like not even half a packet, like less than that, like the tiniest bit of the sauce, and I was like snot coming out my nose, like it was so bad. Like I by the end of it, I've had like 3 things of water. Like there was a challenge based on this, and this sauce destroys your stomach lining.
I know, and people can eat it like every day. And I'm like, how? Like, I wish I could tolerate spice like that.
Like it was so good. I was pushing through it. I remember I'd come home every night after work, because I think this is when I was working at Walmart too, and I'd sit down. Oh, and not Walmart. I'm sorry. When I was working at, I can't actually say it because I think there's some stuff going on right now, with the company. But I will say it was a restaurant, like a fancy steak place. And I would come home, I would put on Adventure Time, some weird show, and I would make a giant bowl of this and eat it. And the sauce was so pungent, my mother would yell at me when I would make it because it would destroy the pot that I was making it in.
What
And
is
the
this stuff
bowl,
made out of?
I don't know, but the bowl I had was white, and it stained the bowl. And so now I had to keep the bowl because it stained red with this sauce. And thinking about it, my mouth is watering because
I know
it's,
mine is too. Like, I used to be able to eat hot Cheetos all the time,
yeah,
and now like it just
I can't do it
burns too
anymore.
much.
But that noodle was like my life. I remember Inder introduced it to me for the first time when we watched this movie. Um this I can't, all I know was that it was called Race, and there was like 3 of them, and they're all terrible movies. I won't lie. And none of them obviously I think are in English, but so I'm like reading the subtitle. There's always like a plot twist, and I will go back and I'll watch those movies with her any day because they were so bad they were good kind of movie, you know. And the
Hmm.
whole time we would make a giant bowl of these noodles and share it together, and we would put an entire packet of this hot sauce in. it was, and I died because like I had to stop eating it because I'd wake up with the worst like acid. Like I'm like basically throwing up in my mouth at this point.
Yeah, that doesn't
Everybody
sound
like
great.
no, and it was so bad, and I've never been able to eat those noodles again, and I'm so mad because they were so good. I remember crying when I couldn't eat them anymore because they were that good.
I feel like that's a great place to end it on is spicy noodle.
Crying over spicy noodles.
Crying over spicy noodles. Oh, what a trip. What a
Oh,
trip, man. Oh. I might
oh
have
my
to make
god.
you a ramen sandwich now. It's really good, I
Please.
promise. Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh.
I can. And then I think maybe next week we might also talk about some of the worst jobs we've ever had. So
Oh boy.
that's gonna be great. I mean, that's a whole segment in itself.
Oh yeah.
Right, other than that, we will see you all next time.
Okay.